Learning is a lifelong journey that shapes who we are and what we achieve. But how does learning actually work, and how can we make it more effective? Understanding the fundamentals of learning, the processes your brain uses to absorb, retain, and apply information, is the first step to becoming a more intentional and successful learner. In this lesson, we'll explore how the brain learns, the difference between active and passive learning, and the role of curiosity and reflection in enhancing understanding. 1. How the brain learns. The brain is constantly processing, organizing, and storing information. When you learn something new, your brain forms neural connections. The more you practice or revisit that information, the stronger these connections become, a process called neuroplasticity. For example, if you're learning to play a musical instrument, consistent practice strengthens the pathways in your brain that control motor skills and memory. Without practice, these pathways weaken, making it harder to retain the skill. Key takeaways. Repetition builds retention. The more you review and practice, the better your brain solidifies the information. Connection enhances learning. Linking new information to what you already know helps you understand and remember it more effectively. 2. Active versus passive learning. Not all learning is created equal. The way you engage with information determines how well you retain it. Passive learning involves receiving information without much interaction. Examples include listening to lectures or reading without taking notes. While helpful for exposure, it often leads to shallow understanding. Active learning requires interaction and engagement with the material. This includes asking questions, summarizing concepts in your own words, or teaching others. Active learning promotes deeper comprehension and retention. For instance, instead of simply reading a textbook, taking notes, discussing key points with a peer, or testing yourself on the material will lead to better outcomes. 3. The role of curiosity. Curiosity is the fuel that drives effective learning. When you're genuinely interested in a topic, you're more likely to stay focused, ask questions, and seek out additional information. To spark curiosity, ask why and how questions. Dig deeper into the subject to uncover connections and applications. Explore real-world relevance. Relating what you're learning to your interests or goals makes it more engaging. For example, learning about history might feel abstract, but linking it to modern-day issues can make it more relatable and inspiring. 4. The importance of reflection. Reflection solidifies learning by helping you process and evaluate what you've absorbed. After learning something new, pause to summarize. Write down what you've learned in your own words. Ask yourself questions. What was the main takeaway? How can I apply this? Identify gaps. Recognize areas where you need more clarity or practice. Reflection not only reinforces understanding, but also helps you develop critical thinking skills. Reflection exercise. Take a moment to reflect. I think, how do I currently approach learning, and what could I improve? I feel, how would being more curious and reflective enhance my learning? I will do. What's one new learning habit I'll practice this week to engage actively with the material? Closing thought. Here's a quote to inspire you. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein. By understanding how your brain learns and embracing curiosity and reflection, you can transform the way you approach knowledge. In the next lesson, we'll explore developing effective learning habits, discussing practical techniques like active recall and spaced repetition. See you there.